approving the appointment of Bernadette Roberson to the Commission on Aging. Item number 4, LM-2026-0324, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Jessica Paoletti to the Civil Service Board. Number 5, LM-2026-0337, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Lillian Reyes to the Commission on Disabilities. Number 6, LM-2026-0328, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Julia Fabile to the Fair Rent Commission. Number 7, LM-2026-0336, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Vincent Morrow Jr. to the Board of Fire Commissioners. Number 8, LM-2026-0327, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Teresa Cahin to the Homeless Advisory Commission. Number 9, LM-2026-0340, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Shane Stevenson to the Homeless Advisory Commission. Number 10, LM-2026-0332, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Kaveh Kushner to the Peace Commission. Number 11, LM-2026-0339, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Hasna Samadi to the Peace Commission. Number 12, LM-2026-0334, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Patricia King to the City Plan Commission as a regular member. Number 13, LM-206-0330, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Jamila Ershad to the Youth Commission. Number 14, LM-2026-0331, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Carl Jackson to the Board of Zoning Appeals as a regular member. 15, LM-2026-0335, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Miles Lassiter to the Board of Zoning Appeals as a regular member. Number 16, LM-2026-0349, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the reappointment of Sharon Grant to the Commission on Aging. Number 17, LM-2026-0350, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the reappointment of Carolyn Scott to the Commission on Aging. Number 18, LM-2026-0348, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the reappointment of Sarah Fica to the New Haven Democracy Fund Board. Number 19, LM-2026-0345, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the reappointment of Naomi Campbell to the Regional Water Authority SCC Representative Policy Board. Number 20, LM-2026-0347, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the reappointment of Sephora Clemente to the Youth Commission as a youth representative. For committee action only. 21, LM-2026-0351, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the reappointment of Annie Harper to the Commission on Disabilities. 22, LM-2026-0346, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the reappointment of Kay Anderson to the Food Policy Council. 23, LM-2026-0342, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the reappointment of Thomas Cavalier Jr. to the Port Authority Board of Commissioners. Number 24, LM-2026-0333, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Amanda King to the Commission on Aging. Per order, Honorable Yvette Hamilton, Chair. Attest, Honorable Michael Smart, City Town Clerk. These items are on file and available in the Office of Legislative Services, City Hall, 165 Church Street, second floor, New Haven, Connecticut, 06510. For accessibility related accommodations, please call 203-946-7651 voice or 203-946-8582 TTY/TDD. Public comment / testimony may also be submitted via email to publictestimony@newhavenct.gov before 2 p.m. on the day of the meeting. This meeting may be viewed on the New Haven Board of Alders YouTube page. Thank you all for being here and thank you for your patience. We're just gonna get through this in the interest of time. We will not keep you all night. I would like to remind our committee members as well as our members in the audience to make sure your mobile device is either powered off or it is on mute or turned down, as this is a real meeting and we wish to get through this meeting undisturbed. So just for housekeeping rules, I would have you all do that. And thank you. And please forgive me if your name is butchered or messed up. It is, don't, blame it on my head, not my heart. It's what it is at this point. I love all of you. But I would like to have my committee members announce themselves, and I'll start from the right.
Thank you. Christine Kim, Ward 7.
Sal Punzo, Ward 17.
Alder Angel Hubbard, Ward 3.
Leland Moore, Ward 18.
Teresa Maria, Ward 12. And Kim Edwards, Ward 19. All right, so we're gonna get started. We're gonna go down the list, and I'm gonna start with item number 1. We would like to call Yormelis Casanova up. Hi, thank you. Good evening. And we would just need you to state your name and address for the record, please.
Yormelis Casanova, 149 Rosette Street, New Haven, Connecticut.
Thank you, Ms. Casanova. And just briefly, can you just give us a quick rundown of why you wish to be on the Affordable Housing Commission?
Absolutely. I am a long-time New Haven native. I came from Puerto Rico at the age of 5. I went to New Haven public schools. And I lived in a couple of the neighborhoods in New Haven, and I have been following, of course, the different trajectories of the affordability market here in New Haven, and the various offerings for different levels of residents that we have in the city. And so I've been very keen and interested on the development of our city, including the housing portion of it, as someone who has seen the multiple faces of the housing in New Haven since 1999 and forward.
Thank you. Are there any questions from members of our committee? Alder Hubbard?
Thank you. Do you know when the meetings are?
Yes, fourth Wednesday. They're actually on my calendar already.
Have you attended any of the meetings?
I have not attended meetings before, but I did notice that none of the 2026 meeting notes are posted, so there's only up to 2025.
One last question. And you don't have no conflict on attending the meetings?
No, ma'am.
Any further questions from committee members? None? Seeing none, thank you for being here with us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
You too. Next, we are going to call up item number 2, and our Yadira Vargas, please. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And we just need you to state your name and address for the record, please.
My name is Yadira Vargas. My address is 966 Townsend Avenue, New Haven, Connecticut.
All right, and I'm going to ask you the same question just to start out. Why the Affordable Housing Commission?
So I've been raised in the city of New Haven. I attended school in the city of New Haven, and I also work for the Housing Authority of the city of New Haven. My entire career has been based on providing affordable housing. So I feel that I bring some knowledge and experience at firsthand, experience of the need for affordable housing for our families and individuals. We have, you may know, a long waiting list. So, and I understand the complexity of development is affordable housing. So I'm in the project management, so I'm involved in developing and preserving the affordable housing. So understand firsthand like the importance and how complex it is to provide these affordable housing. You know, and so it has interested me to bring my experience and my knowledge and help the commission, practical ways and how to move forward with these projects.
Thank you. Any questions from members? Alder Kim.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you so much for coming and also for applying to step up to the Affordable Housing Commission. Would there be any conflict of interest between your position at the Housing Authority and the Commission? And if so, would you kind of recuse yourself?
Yeah, so I understand that it may bring some conflict due to my position at the Housing Authority, so I will, follow the code of ethics of the city, I'm sorry. And I will, make it known and recuse myself when that happens.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
No problem. Any other questions from committee members? No? Seeing none, thank you very much for being here with us tonight.
Thank you.
Next, we're gonna call item number 3, and it is Bernadette Roberson. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
We're fine tonight. Can you just state your name and address for the record, Ms. Roberson?
Okay, my name is Bernadette Robertson. And you want to know address?
Yes.
276 Way Boston Street in New Haven. Anything else?
And we're just gonna get right into it too. You're interested in being on the Commission on Aging.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
And what makes you a great fit for that commission?
Because I walked it through an experience of working with aging, whether I've been a nurse in hospice, whether I've been for my own mom, I walked with her through transition of a nursing home. I also have did a lot of help, volunteer my time, help out a lot of people, older people. So I've been a great help in the community. So I do various things. I've been on a youth commission. I've been on the financial board. So I have made my runs. Yes, I have. I've been around and I enjoy it. I really did.
Well, thank you. Any questions from members of the committee? Alder Moore, then Alder Hubbard.
Thank you, and thank you for being willing to step up. I'm just wondering, have you attended any of the meetings of the Commission on Aging?
I did. I was coming faithfully to the financial meeting at one time, but what happened was my mother got sick. And then it took me the responsibility kind of like bat it out. But I did a lot of online conversations online to be able to talk at the financial board, but it was kind of a juggle. It was kind of difficult for me for a while. But she's in a nursing home now, so she's fine. And I have the freedom to go.
Good. I understand. Thank you.
Thank you. Alder Hubbard.
Thank you, Madam Chair. If given the opportunity, what would you bring to this commission?
To who?
What would you bring to the commission board?
The aging part, that's what you're talking about? Okay, yes. I want to be able to be a person. I understand from what I heard about aging is that you work and you oversee the various departments or centers or whatever have you, just to see how it's working out. And that would be a new experience for me. because I never had to go visit a senior citizen center or anything like that. So it would be a joy to be able to interact. Yeah, yeah.
I just want to comment that I just see the delight, even when you speak, that this will definitely bring light to you. So it'll be like a help you, help us type thing. So that's what I see. So thank you.
I'm available at all times. Whatever is needed to be done, I'm here. To reach out.
Thank you. Any other questions from committee members? No? Thank you for being with us tonight.
Oh, thank you very much for taking out the time.
Thank you.
Okay.
And we're moving on to number 4. I would like to call Jessica Bialecki. Good evening. And we just need you to state your name and address for the record, please.
Absolutely. Jessica Bialecki, 252 Alden Avenue, New Haven, Connecticut.
Thank you. And we're going to get right into it with you too. Why this committee?
Yeah, absolutely. So I was born in New Haven, raised in New Haven, graduate of West Hills, Wilbercross, and Yale. So my roots run really deep. I also was raised in a family deeply committed to public service, with family members in economic development, fire service, teaching. And so I'm now proud to be a New Haven homeowner myself in Ward 25 and raising my own children who are starting kindergarten in New Haven Public Schools next week. And alongside my wife, we are really excited to be in service to the city. And I specifically want to serve on the Civil Service Board because my career has been deeply rooted in sort of the principles of public service and public personnel administration. I've been a civil servant at the municipal level in New York City. I most recently, before returning to my hometown, New Haven, was a civil servant in the federal government as the director of policy for the Federal Office of Head Start. So I have a really deep and sort of practical understanding of civil service rules, personnel regulations, and a really deep respect and understanding of the importance of fair and equitable hiring and promotion practices. And so I am excited to further that through the Civil Service Board.
Thank you. Any questions from members of the committee? Alderman.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I see you have an extensive history with children.
I do.
So is that a connection? Is that, because you have a very beautiful
Oh, thank you.
history with children. So how is the connection, or what making you sway to this?
Yeah. Well, I joke that I'm the product of my parents. My mother was a public school teacher here in New Haven, and my father worked in City Hall as a bureaucrat. So I'm a bureaucrat who loves kids, I say. But I deeply believe in the power of civil service to shape people's lives. And as part of that, and particularly given my recent experiences in DC as a federal employee, I believe deeply in fair and equitable hiring and promotion practices, and that we need the best civil servants to create a government that serves all, including our youngest in the city. But yeah, I have a deep interest in sort of government administration. And so thus far, my time in government, though I'm not in government now, I work for a philanthropic nonprofit that works to promote early childhood education in the state. But I still want to be involved and support civil service and government in some way, and I thought that this was a great way to do that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Any Alder Panza?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Have you attended any of the meetings?
I have not. I'm very excited to. I have reviewed all of the minutes from
good.
the last year.
Very good, thank you.
Alder Kemp?
Not a question, but a comment. I just want to thank you for coming back to New Haven and stepping up, especially for this kind of administrative civil service role, even though there are so many things that you could apply for. So thank you so much.
Absolutely, I'm excited.
Thank you.
Thank you. No further questions from committee members? All right, thank you for being
Thank
here.
you so much for your time.
Thank you. All right. All right, we're moving on to number 6, and we're going to call up Julia Fravalik for the Fair Rent Commission. Oh, I'm sorry, number 5.
Sorry.
I left my glasses on. I did a total skip. I left both pairs of glasses on. Number 5, Miss Lillian Reyes. Forgive me. How are you?
Good.
All right, we just need you to state your name and address for the record, please.
My name is Lillian Reyes, and I live on 30 Bright Street, New Haven, Connecticut.
Okay, and Miss Reyes, we're gonna ask you why you chose the Commission on Disabilities.
Well, I chose the Commission on Disabilities because I have a disabled son. He's a left leg amputee. He has tibial hemorrhagia, and with the experience I have with him, I feel that I can help others as well as many children who need our help in this community.
Thank you. Any questions from members of the committee? Any questions from members of the committee? All right, Ms. Reyes, thank you for being with us.
Thank you. I'm so glad.
She was right. That happens sometimes.
Have a great day.
And now, I'm gonna do it right this time. Number 6, Julia Provali. Fair Rent Commission. And I know I messed your name up, but can you state your name and address for the record?
Julia Freilich, 42 Cubender Street.
Thank you. And we're just gonna have you tell us why you're interested in the Fair Rent Commission.
Sure, I've lived in New Haven for 5 years, and that entire time I've been renting in multiple different neighborhoods. And I've been very blessed to, in most cases, personally know my landlord and have fair rent for the most part, but I know friends and colleagues and strangers have not had that same experience. So I really would like to give back to this community that I've really enjoyed for the past 5 years, and I don't know, improve people's lives in any way I can, and in this case, by making sure they're being charged a fair amount for rent, because a lot of people just don't have a strong voice when it comes to either corporate landlords or even individual landlords can, you never know what's going to happen, and hence the existence of the Fair Rent Commission. I have not attended any meetings, but I've watched 2 recordings of previous meetings that Executive Director Bermudez had sent me, and through a conversation with her and with Chair McRae, I got to know the commission a little bit, and it really excites me. And I'm available on each 3rd Tuesday of the month.
Thank you. Any questions from members of the committee? No? Seeing none, we thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you so much, Madam Chair.
Thank you. And now we are going to go to number 7, Vincent Morrow Jr., Board of Fire Commissioners. Hello, and we just need you to state your name and address for the record, please.
Vincent Morrow Jr., 945 State Street. Soon to be moving to Leland's Ward, leaving Walter King's Ward.
Thank you. Okay, so we're going to get right into it. As a former commissioner, how do you see yourself realigning, and what are you going to bring to this commission?
Probably some history that's happened there for the last few years. I've lived in the city my whole life, and I think the first time I helped someone get on the fire department, it was a kid in the 8th Ward where I was representing, and it was Danny Coughlin, who's now chief.
Wow.
So, you know, there's a long history to what happens in the fire department. I think they're in a good place right now. Hopefully we can continue the movement. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Any questions from members of the committee?
I have a question.
Alder
Ms.
Penn?
Morrow. Hi, Mr. Morrow. In surveys I've had in my own ward and across the city, the New Haven Fire Department is the most well rated and well liked and received city service of all of them. And what do you see as fire commissioner that is special about the New Haven Fire Department that earns so much of the trust across our city?
It's the leadership there, right? I mean, they've had great chiefs and assistant chiefs and battalion chiefs and deputy chiefs. That trickles down. But those those officers know what it's like to live in the city. They know what it's like to treat the city with respect. So that comes from their officers, and it trickles down to the members, to the rank and file, the leadership.
Thank you.
Any other questions from committee members? No, seeing none, we thank you for being here with us tonight.
Thank you.
The name drop hit you nowhere. I just wanted to put it out there. You have a question?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
I'll let you to 30.
See? Okay, we're gonna move on to item number 8, and we're going to call up Teresa Kahin. And I know I just switched up pronunciation probably. Bear with me. And this is for the Homeless Advisory Commission, correct? Thank you. Can you just state your name and address for the record?
It's Teresa Shaheen, and it's 165 Whitney Avenue. Can you say it again, please? Can you pronounce your name again? So my last name is Shaheen. It's pronounced as if it's spelled Shaheen.
Oh.
And my first name is Teresa. And my last name is spelled in Arabic, so it's kind of arbitrary if you choose the English phonetic pronunciation, which would be SH, or the French phonetic, which would be CH. And it was just that a random passport officer during the Civil War who was French educated in Lebanon wrote it with CH, even though all my ancestors wrote it with an SH.
Oh, wow.
So that's the story.
Thank you.
You then butchered that up.
Okay, thank you for forgiving me. Oh, and we just want to hear about your goal and what you're going to do in the Homeless Advisory Commission if approved.
Well, the first question I had was who are the actual unhoused people that are on the commission? I don't know if there are any. I wonder if anyone here does. But if there aren't, that would be the first thing I would do, is find more information about what it would take to create a policy that there always needs to be at least one person who's unhoused, or at least formerly unhoused. But the general gist of what I hope to do is work side by side with my unhoused neighbors to support them.
Thank you. And any questions from committee members?
I have a question, Madam
Okay.
Chair. Hi, Dr. Train. Thank you so much for being here. And from my understanding from our past committees, that there are some members of the Homeless Advisory Committee that we have approved that have had lived experience, which is really important to this committee. A lot of your work and research has been in public health and like entrepreneurship, and economic development. So how are that research and your experience in that, how can you see that coming into your, as commissioner on the Homeless Advisory Committee in our city?
Well, in full transparency, before I answer your question, I will share with everyone here that when I was asked to apply for a board of commissioners, I applied for public health since that's my training. And then I was told, oh, there's already enough people. Would you do economic development? And I said, yes. And then I talked to the person in charge of economic development, and then nothing happened. And 6 months later, I got an email saying, would you do homelessness? So I said, yes. So it's more that I was just saying yes. But I do see a lot of connections between all of these. And my area within public health is social and environmental drivers of health. And I think that unhoused people, all people face all of those things, whether they be housing or food or occupation, income, or violence, or pollution, green space. These are all the different drivers of health. And that's one connection between my area of work and this commission, and another is the systems thinking in terms of how they're all connected. And a third is that I am familiar with social innovations that have been tested in other cities and states that have generated evidence about what can reduce homelessness, and to the extent in which it's possible, I would love to help catalyze the implementation or piloting of some of those in Haven.
Great, thank you.
Thank you for the question.
Thank you. Alder Hubbard?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I do have a question. So, to my understanding, you were only emailed to ask to be on this board. So I'm trying to get the feel of like, was your heart really like, you want to be really part of it? Or do you want to wait for what you really applied for?
No, I would love to do this. I don't see a need to wait for the Public Health Commission. I actually see that this could be an even better opportunity to work on the areas of public health that I care about, which are the social drivers of health. And when I was asked if I had any questions about the Public Health Commission, my first question was, does it work on health equity, which is what I care about, and social disparities? And so this is a committee that is focused solely on social disparities and on vulnerable populations. So I feel like maybe it was, I shouldn't use the word destiny in such a formal setting, but you know, maybe it was just meant to be.
Have you attended any of the meetings?
I have not. I have been told that they are on the second Thursday of every month at 6 p.m.
Will there be a conflict?
No, I intend to attend all of them.
No more questions. Thank you, Madam Chair.
You're welcome. Alderman.
Thank you. So, New Haven has a big population of unhoused. Do you plan on, or have you ever interacted with any of the food drives, feeding the homeless, clothing the homeless? You know, we have a lot that goes down on the green with the unhoused. Have you taken part in any of those, or do you plan on it?
I haven't interacted directly with unhoused neighbors. When I first moved to New Haven, I met several people who were running a newspaper that I don't know if it fizzled out. I haven't really run into them anymore, but they were unhoused people who were selling this newspaper written by unhoused people. Do you know which one I'm talking about? I forget the name. I hope it's still around, but I haven't run into them in a long time, and I got to know them, and every time I run into them, I'd stop and talk to them. And as an organizer of the Neil faculty, I am in communication with a lot of other organizers within the community and I know that, you know, You Act is an organization that supports unhoused neighbors, and so I've been in touch with them about their asks in terms of where to show up and what to ask for.
Okay.
And I have friends and even former students who have experienced housing insecurity while they lived in New Haven, and so I've been in conversation with them about ways to support them.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Any further questions? All right, seeing none, we thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, and now we're going to number 9. Shane Stevenson, Homeless Advisory Commission. Hello.
No.
And we just need you to state your name and address for the record.
Yes, Shane Stevenson, 81 Carmel Street.
Thank you, Mr. Stevenson. And you can get right into why you think this is a committee you wish to serve on or commission.
So I was born and raised here in New Haven. I'm a second generation New Havener. My grandparents all migrated here. My maternal grandparents from Puerto Rico and my paternal grandparents from Darlington, South Carolina. I'm a third generation New Haven Public Schools educator. I'm sad that I'm leaving actually, and I'm a special education teacher. So most of my experience has been in navigating complex systems, behavioral health, case management, coordination. So those are all things that I feel like have professionally informed my ability to be able to serve on this commission. Being able to drive actual policy-oriented outcomes for the people that are affected by this daily. It's so important.
Thank you. Any questions from members of the committee? Alderman Moore?
Thank you. And thank you for stepping up and being able to and willing to, serve. That's really important. You mentioned some, policy-oriented outcomes. Do you have a couple of examples that you'd be willing to provide us as a committee?
So, for example, there was one thing that I had researched recently that was kind of staggering to me was that New Haven has kind of a regional problem when it comes to homelessness. So for example, from 2023 to 2024, the homeless population has more than doubled from I think like 233 to 257, excuse me, to 633 that were just counted. That doesn't necessarily mean that that's an entirely accurate number altogether. So being able to coordinate with, because Greater New Haven covers 19 municipalities, so being able to coordinate with respective towns, as well as nonprofit organizations, Columbus houses, being able to find other systems that are able to support and collaborate with all the necessary stakeholders to try to find some ways to mitigate the amount of homelessness that New Haven has.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
You're welcome. Alder Hubbard?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Have you attended any of the meetings?
I've not, but I'm aware that it is on the second Thursday of the month at 6 p.m., I believe, which I am able to commit to.
Also, no conflicts.
No conflicts.
Okay.
Special date.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Any other? No other questions? Thank you for being with us tonight.
Thank you.
We're going to go to item 10, and we're going to call I'm going to Kaveh Kushno.
Perfect.
Peace Commission. And we're just going to have you state your name and address for the record.
Kaveh Kushno. And 1628 Electric Grasser Boulevard.
Thank you. And we're just going to have you get into why you want to be on the Peace Commission.
So I'm a public health person. I'm a faculty at the Yale School of Public Health. And I have worked on many different topics, HIV/AIDS, substance use, etc. But honestly, violence has been a big topic, which is unfortunately, it is a big public health issue. And it's not something that's getting a lot of attention. And I wanted to bring more and more attention to it, both domestically and internationally. And yeah, I feel like it is not something that we should ignore. And we have a wonderful new dean who's focusing on reducing gun violence. And of course, she makes it very clear. It's a deeply political issue, but it's also a public health issue. Let's not ignore it. Let's do what we can. And that's exactly what I want to do. I want to do whatever we can to reduce the level of violence.
Thank you. Questions from members of the committee? Alderman.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you again for stepping up. And I'm just wondering, are you able to commit to the committee meetings and the time commitment that involves?
I have been actually joining the committee, the commission for a while, and I really learned a lot from them, so I appreciate that. I know that it's the Tuesday, the third Tuesday of every month at 7:30. I did not switch it to 6:30, so yeah, it has been working for me.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Any other questions from members of the committee? Alder Kent.
I do have a question. Thank you so much for coming here, and I do have a question about the Peace Commission and your work, which seems very international and global, yet you're coming from, on this commission, a very like a municipal, hyper-local lens. So how would you like a city of New Haven, right, when some of the issues, and I appreciate that you said violence, because that, is something that we face on our streets and within our homes, but also I know the Peace Commission it cites on much larger, international movements and work. So just your perspective on this particular commission from this, small city in Connecticut that relates to more international peace measures.
This question, this is literally a question that when I joined the commission, I asked them, domestic or international? And they said both. I was very impressed. I was like, wow, there's a lot to be done. Yes, I have been focusing a lot on conflicts globally, but I have been in New Haven since 1987. My two kids were born here. And New Haven has become, I want to say, my second home. And of course, I always like to do something domestically, not just internationally. So yeah, I basically, my focus is on both of them. I am collaborating with colleagues in countries like Sudan, that's going under a lot of tough situations, but I also represent in New Haven.
Wonderful, thank you.
Sure.
Thank you. Any other questions from committee members? No, seeing none, we thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
All right, now item 11, we're going to call up Hasna Samadi. And this is also for the Peace Commission. Thank you. And we're just going to ask you to state your name and address for the record.
My name is Hosna Samadi, and my address is 124 Foster Street, New Haven.
Thank you. And we're just going to ask you the same question. Why the Peace Commission?
That's a great question, and this is something personal to me. I was born and raised in a country that is in war more than half a century, and that's what I was dealing with still in my daily life. And I understand the lack of safety. If you don't have safety, security, and opportunities. But I believe it's not just the absence of war that gives you peace. Peace can be feeling belong and included and respected in the city that you live.
Thank you. Any questions from members of the committee? No questions from members of the committee? I'll ask a quick one. Do you have the space in your heart, sounds like you do, in the time and your physicality in your life to attend these meetings?
Actually, I do. I do, and I know the responsibility and the commitment, and I would be honored to be part of this commission.
Thank you. And I just phrase it that way because I know our Peace Commission is very, very active and we love it.
And that's what I like about it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Are there any follow-up questions? None. Seeing none, we thank you as well for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Next, we are going to go to number 12. And with number 12, we are going to call up Patricia King. And this is for City Plan Commission as a regular member. Thank you for being here. And we just need you to state your name and address for the.
I know.
You know.
You've done this before. Good evening, Patricia King, 32 Vista Terrace in New Haven.
Thank you. All right, and we're gonna just dig right in. You were a previous board member, a member of Board of Zoning Appeals and everything else around here. So can you just give us a briefing of why you wish to serve on this commission?
Well, as you probably know, I retired as corporation counsel back in January. And while I have reached the point in my life where I do not want to engage in full-time employment, I realize that I still want to be useful and I still want to do things that are mentally and intellectually engaging. And I also am very aware of the great need in the city for members for boards and commissions. I liked being on city plan and board of zoning appeals. I learned a lot when I did both of them. So I thought I could continue to serve in that capacity. So I put in my application.
Okay. Are there any questions from members of the committee? No questions from members of the committee? All right, thank you very much for attending tonight.
Thank you.
You have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're moving on to item number 13, and we are going to call up Jamila Ershad. Jamila Ershad for the Youth Commission. I'll call it again. Jamila Ershad. Okay. All right, we'll circle back around to that if we have to. We're going to go to item number 14. And item number 14, we need to call up Carl Jackson. And this is for Board of Zoning Appeals as a regular member.
Yes, hi, good evening.
Hi, Mr. Jackson. Can you just state your name and address for the record, please?
Sure, it's Carl Jackson, 386 Prospect Street, New Haven.
All right, Mr. Jackson, and we invite you to tell us why. Why would you like to be on this commission?
Oh, thank you so much. Well, I'd like to be on the Board of Zoning Appeals. I find New Haven is a very vibrant and exciting city. And even though me and my family have only been here for 3 years, I have 20 years of experience as an urban planner, both in planning and zoning. And I currently work as planning staff for the Pioneer Valley Planning Commission in Springfield. And recently I helped out with the City Plan Department's Vision 2034 plan. I was on one of the co-creation teams and I had a good experience with that. And I just wanted to continue using my experience to help out with the city.
Thank you. Any questions from members of the committee? Alder Hubbard.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Have you attended any of the meetings?
I have not attended the Board of Zoning Committee, but what I have attended is the City Plan Commission. I've attended those meetings, and when I was informed that an opening was available for the Board of Zoning, I did review the minutes from the previous meetings.
And will there be any conflict when you attend any of the meetings?
No, it's the second Tuesday of each month, and it should be available.
No more questions. Thank you.
You're welcome. Alder Moore.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you so much for stepping up. I might have a very short question for you. My understanding is that the Board of Zoning meetings can go very long. Is that something that you are prepared to do and something that you're comfortable with?
Yes, I am prepared as a professional, as a planner. I'm used to long meetings, so I think I'll be ready for that.
All right, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Madam
No
Chair.
problem. Any further questions from committee members? Seeing none, Mr. Jackson, we thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, we're moving on to item number 15. And item number 15, we're going to call up Miles Lassiter. And this is for Board of Zoning Appeals as a regular member. Hello, Mr. Lassiter. We just need you to state your name and address for the record, please.
Miles Lassiter, 340 Livingston Street.
Thank you, Mr. Lassiter. And we just want a little briefing of why this is a committee for you.
I want to be of service. I have been on a number of boards and started civic organizations here. I even did democracy school. I did CERT, and I did Police Academy, which isn't relevant, but I've taken all the classes that I can here in City of New Haven to learn more about how to be involved as an active citizen. I'm passionate about greatest small city in America, and I've lived here for 20 years with a small break, and I came back for the long haul. Have family here, been a homeowner, a renter, business owner, and on the real estate side, I've been involved in large project in Science Park. On the developer side, I've done construction classes at Gateway to learn about that. And I've become interested in zoning more recently from a housing side, understanding the connection to how zoning impacts the affordability of housing. And I'm, as a business owner and citizen, really interested in like sound development, that we are using our land resources appropriately. So I know the meetings can be long, as mentioned before, but I have been to some, and both online and in person, and believe that I can contribute. I'm a fast reader, and so big, thick files that we have in BZA, I'm happy to go through those.
Thank you. Questions from members of the committee? Alder Kay.
Hi, Mr. Lassiter, thank you for coming. I know you started with some neighbors, a group called Neighbors for Housing. Can you tell us more about that group and what the goals and vision are and why you were involved?
Sure. Neighbors for Housing is a grassroots organization that advocates for removing barriers to more housing on a local level in 10 towns, including New Haven, in this area. I'm one of the co-leads of this organization, and have been excited to learn more about housing issue and how it interacts with zoning. I have already informed this group that I will be having less time for it, and will need to be thoughtful about my participation in the group going forward, given, having a decision-making role here. So that's something I've discussed with both the mayor's staff, and the council here and others, just to make sure we're prepared for that.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Alderman Moore.
This is a little out of left field. Thank you, Madam Chair. I see that you are a founder of C-Click Fix, is that correct?
Yes.
Well, thank you. That's very helpful to our residents
It
and
is.
situations. Do you think that there is any overlap between the zoning work that you are planning to undertake and that experience?
To be clear, I'm no longer involved with C-Click Fix. I was for about 10 years on the board and did other activities as a founder to get it started. And certainly learned a lot about how citizens want to interact with their government from a service perspective, and what sort of when things go wrong from a citizen's perspective. And learned about how municipalities across the country make decisions and work with outside vendors and with their citizens. It was not directly a zoning company or a piece of software, so I can't draw a direct line, but certainly been around a lot of municipalities because of that.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
No problem. Any other questions from members of the committee? Nope, seeing none, we thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, now we're going to go through items number 16 through 24, and just for the record, these really technically are committee action items only, but I'm gonna go down the list in case those people are here today. They are not required to be here as they are reappointments and they have excellent attendance, but I will go through the list in case they are here tonight and wish to appear. Number 16, Sharon Grant, Commission on Aging. Nine. Okay. And number 17, Carolyn Scott, Commission on Aging. 18, Sarah FICA, New Haven Democracy Fund Board. Number 19, we're going to call up Naomi Campbell. Okay. Next, Sephora Clemente. Number 21, Annie Harper. Number 22, Kay Anderson. 23, Thomas Cavalier Jr. And 24, Amanda King. All right, those are our items for committee action only, and as previously stated, they were not required to appear. I skipped 19?
No,
Nope, we call 19.
Yeah.
Right here.
You did,
So we are all set with that part. Thank you, Alder Hubbard.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we're going to ask if members of the public wish to comment. Are there any members of the public wishing to comment?
Just want to say thank you for everybody who's.
You can speak, but you have to come up and speak.
You have to speak.
Yeah. And we just ask that you state your name and address for the record.
Good evening to all of you. My name is Salma Modi, 1628 Alagrasso Boulevard. I was impressed by our New Haveners, and I want to thank them for coming up to serve and offer and learn about new ways to make New Haven better. So I really I like to clap. I don't know whether it was inappropriate or not, but that was what my thank yous were.
Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
All right, so we're gonna ask one last time, for a third time. Are there any members of the public, okay, come on down, wishing to speak? And you know the routine too, but we need your name and address for the record.
Good evening, Alders. Manuel Camacho, 24 Willis Street. Okay, I was here speaking in support of two people who appeared before you to join the Peace Commission. I'm chairman of the City Neighborhood Peace Commission. I can personally attest to Kaveh Kushnav's attendance to the Peace Commission, his participation, his enthusiasm, his eagerness that he has repeatedly shown at the meetings, and wanting to join the committee meetings and the subcommittees, coming out to the events. I mean, his dedication is there before even becoming official. So I very much appreciate that. And as well as Hassan Samadi, who has eagerly and repeatedly expressed her interest to join the Peace Commission, having a personal experience, like she said, with war and conflict. And so what better commission to come on to, that deals with war and conflict and foreign countries and the United Nations and all that, and to have someone who knows it firsthand, right, who can personally attest to it. So we greatly value and appreciate both of them wanting to come onto the commission, contribute to our city, and help us do the work that we're doing. So thank you.
Thank you. All right, no other public testimony. This is the final offer. All right, seeing none.
Madam Chair, I make a motion to close the public portion of this meeting.
Second.
Thank you. We're gonna take a vote on it. You ready? Any discussion? All right, so all in favor of closing the public portion?
Aye.
Any opposed? The public portion has been closed. Thank you.
Madam Chair, I'd like to move items 1 through 12, items 14 and 15, 15 through 23.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion?
Point of information, what about 24?
Well,
that's different.
I see.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, so we have a motion on the floor. Any discussion about the motion? All right, let's take a vote on moving the items that Alder Punzo stated. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Seeing none, the ayes have it.
Madam Chair, I'd like to move item 24, leave to withdraw.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of giving this item leave to withdraw?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the ayes have it. Now, where are we? We did that one. Okay. All right, so we don't have to do anything with our item number 13 is all set. All right, so our motions have been made. Any discussion, any comments from members of the committee?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just personally like to thank the people who stepped up this evening. The cadre of people that are here are just phenomenal. Their dedication, their desire, and they're certainly going to add to the commissions that they chose. And I'm really proud to be a part of this committee. And thank you all for coming out. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Alder Ken.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I also wanted to, I'm just amazed at the depth and breadth of all of these people applying to be on these commissions. We have people who are born, raised, who are generations in New Haven, those who have just come here from all across the world, and yet they're all part of our community and willing to serve. And with people who have lived experience, people who are the top experts in their field in the world, all coming to serve and serve our residents. I'm just very, very grateful. And I also wanted to thank Alex Guzne for helping facilitate the many different boards and commission positions that we have. We are very lucky to be in a city. We are so democratic that we have all of these positions. So I do also ask each board, each new commission member to recruit your friends and neighbors to also join boards and commissions, because we need that for this city to be more democratic and to thrive. So thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Any other comments from committee members? None. Seeing none?
Madam Chair, I make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Second. Okay. All in favor? Motion has been made to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none, we are adjourned. Thank you. Meeting is over.
Miss, you don't have to go, but you can.
Exactly. But the same thing happened.